everyone, Allie Janes here. It's time for Questions with Allie.
Questions with Allie.
So many questions. Every now and then, I like to open up a video to all you fabulous viewers and answer your questions. If you haven't seen my first Questions with Allie, check it out in the link below. So let's start off with my first question. Whitney on Facebook asks, have you ever bought a map of the stars' homes in LA? Which of the stars' homes would you most like to live in and why? I've never bought any of the star maps around town, although there are a billion of them. I feel like even though a celebrity puts themselves in front of you in a movie, doesn't mean that their personal privacy should be invaded. I have, however, seen some really beautiful homes around town just driving around the city. It seems to me like it would be really cool to live in one of the old movie star homes like Rudolph Valentino or Cecil B. DeMille or Bela Lugosi. Some Sunset Boulevard-esque place that some crazy diva would have lived in with her pet monkey. Only instead of a monkey, I would have Maxwell. Glenn on Facebook asks, who is your favorite actor and actress in Hollywood? There are so many that I like throughout the whole history of movies, but here are a few of my modern day favorites. For actors, I like Colin Firth, of course, Alan Rickman and Johnny Depp. And for actresses, I like Nicole Kidman, Christina Hendricks, Kate Winslet, and Meryl Streep. Anon4288 wants to know, do you get allergies? What to? Since you're an actress, I think you should show us all your fake sneeze or real sneeze in your next video. Well, yes, I do have allergies, but not to anything interesting, just to things like dust and pollen, nothing overly terrible. Although I did find out recently that I'm allergic to a particular brand of ramen. It made me explode in hives all over the place, which was really unattractive. And fake sneeze in 3, 2, 1. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze. Steffi Vlogs wants to know, would you rather live without arms or without legs? Steffi, why must you ask impossible questions? That's my question for you. I suppose if I absolutely had to pick, I would pick living without arms, because that way I could still at least wear pretty shoes. Plus, I've seen people on shows like Oprah that don't have arms, and the way they use their legs to do stuff is amazing. Metalfire55 asks, if hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium all got together and were super compressed, what would happen? Not gonna lie, I looked this up using the magic of the internets. Apparently, when you compress all three of those things, you get a hydrogen bomb, which I'm a little afraid that you know, Metalfire55. Rockstargirl891 asks, when is your birthday and what is your favorite candy? My birthday is December 31st, New Year's Eve. Party time! This actually sounds a lot cooler than it is because on New Year's Eve, people tend to go out to giant hotel parties or go out with a date, not go to birthday parties. Plus, going out on that night is like 5 times as expensive as going out on any other night of the year. But I still like it. It's a good excuse to get all fancy. I'm actually not a huge candy person. Baked goods are much more my thing. And I'm also kind of a chocolate snob. I only like really high quality dark chocolate. But if I've gotta eat candy, Schmidt truffles and Godiva truffles are pretty good. Icky Arkman wants to know, does your repertoire include voice acting? I haven't done much voiceover work yet. I've done a few corporate voicemail systems like, hello, you've reached the corporation of corporate stuff. For sales, press 1, and stuff like that. I would love to be a character on a cartoon though, like maybe a Disney character. Pierce Chan wonders, do you like boba? Well, apparently the word boba can be used to mean several different things, so I will answer each of those things. Boba is a town in Hungary. I've never been, so I don't know if I like it. Boba the milk tea, never tried it, but apparently it has little tapioca beads in it, and I do like tapioca pudding, so maybe I'd like it. I'll have to check it out. George Boba the painter, meh. Boba Fett? Well, I like the Star Wars movies, particularly the older ones, but I don't really have a big opinion on Boba Fett. He didn't really influence my life in a great way. Kelly's Ghost wants to know, if you could create and be in a flash mob, what would it be of? Ooh, that's interesting. I'd like to do something that would make people smile, like doing Weird Al's Perform This Way with all kinds of different performers like ballet dancers and circus clowns and b-boys. I think that would be a good time. Thank you so much for sending in all your questions. There were so many questions that this is gonna have to be a 2-part video. But before I go, here's my question of the week for you. Steffi Vlogs asked me if I would would rather live without arms or live without legs. That was a hard question, and I want to know what you would do. Would you rather live without arms or without legs? Leave a comment or video response below. Be sure to check back in next week for part 2 of Questions with Allie. Later, lovelies. I like Johnny Depp as a pirate a lot. They could probably just film him sitting at a tavern and being piratey for 2 hours and I would still enjoy it. Not Michael Jackson as rumored, not Paul McCartney as rumored, but AOL Time Warner, which is not nearly as interesting.